Why would I only follow people that I agree with? Right? We're going to talk about echo chambers today. But think about that. Like, there are people, a lot of them, we see them all the time, people who only follow those that they agree with. If they disagree with you, they unfollow you, or they block you, or whatever, right? We saw this. Let me give you an example. During the Donald Trump / Hillary campaign, when they were both running for president, there was this, I don't know, it was an app or some plug-in that you could do for your browser that would tell you all your friends that followed any person. You just enter the person, and this thing would tell you who all the friends were that followed this. So what happened was all these people start going, oh, these are all my friends who follow Donald Trump. I'm going to block them all. Or they did the same thing with Hillary. I had tons of people asking me, man, why do you follow Hillary? And I'm like, what? The same thing with Trump. They go, I saw your name come up on the list of people who follow XYZ. And I said, man, I follow all of the candidates. All of them. I don't just follow people that I agree with. Because do you know what? This is the problem with that entire line of thinking. It's two-faceted. Well, it's probably multifaceted, but I'm going to talk about two aspects that we really need to take into consideration. Number one, if I only followed people that I agree with all the time, I wouldn't follow anybody. I don't even agree with myself from time to time, right? So that's problem one. You shouldn't agree with you should disagree with just about everybody some of the time. What are the odds that if you think exactly the same thing as another person all the time, or a group of people all the time, you need to go back to the drawing board and ask yourself why. Why is this? How is this happening? Try to find something you disagree with. This is another litmus test that I often ask people as a way of finding out if they're being unreasonable about their shit. I will often say to people, if I think they're playing the game of fools, I will say, let's say you hate Biden or Trump, either one. I'll say, tell me one thing that you agree with that Trump has done. Right? To a Trump hater. And then you can tell by their answer if they're a completely unreasonable person or not. Because there are plenty of things Trump did that everyone could agree with. Like, you have to just go look. Same thing with Biden. Same thing with any politician. Very, very few politicians are pieces of shit all of the time. A broken clock is right twice a day, right? So, even the worst, dumbest, most unsavory character in politics is going to get something right at least some of the time. And the reason I ask people this is because if you say, I disagree with everything he did, there's nothing he's done that I ever agree with, then I know that you're full of shit. Right? I know that you're absolutely full of shit and you're not worth talking to because you're not reasonable. You're not reasonable. I can't talk reason with you. It's that simple. So, this whole process of agreeing or disagreeing with people and basing your whether or not you associate with them or you follow them is asinine, right? I made a video a long time ago. I can't remember which number it was, but it's based on a quote from the Talmud. Basically, it's seek wisdom from all sources. So in Lorichism, there's the idea that every person on the planet has nuggets of wisdom within, and it's your job to excavate that wisdom, right? And if you block everybody all the time, you're missing out on a wonderful opportunity of learning. And even if it's just learning about the other person's perspective, you don't have, just because you follow somebody doesn't mean that you agree with them. Doesn't mean that you support their beliefs, their ideas. You don't, quit being fucking stupid, everybody. Quit playing this game of fools that everybody wants to play. Fucking stop, step back, and start being reasonable. That's all I ask, man. And that's all I'm trying to do, is help the world be more reasonable so that we can actually start fucking solving problems instead of playing these stupid games. Alright? So, that's all I have for today. Come back tomorrow. We'll talk about some more awesome shit. Subscribe. Till then, may your emblem endure and quit whining.